Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's ELLIOTTWAVE Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great week. We still continue to see the market trending and giving us a lot of trading opportunities. As usual, we are going to look at how the market, or rather how we focused the market in the last week, how the market played out, and the outlook going into the new week. Before we get started, guys, if you'd like to contact us, check out our YouTube channel, Trading Waves. Under the description of all our videos, you'll find our contact details. If I just open this one, check out our contact details. You will find our mobile number. You'll find a mobile number as well as the links to our social media pages, Twitter and Facebook. Then you'll also find the link to our website, trading-waves.com. That's where you'll find all the information about the services that we offer. Talking about the services that we offer, our next course is going to be on the 5th of December. It starts on the 5th of December. It's a 10-day live course. From the 5th to the 15th of December, we have our live course. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, you can make the booking on the website. You will get a fully recorded course on the website immediately when you sign up. So that means you get to watch the course way before it starts live in December. Then that way you get to engage with us, ask questions on models or areas that you do not fully comprehend while watching the videos. All right, so that's that. So that's the contact details. And don't forget to check out our chart of the week. We'll talk a bit more about that as we start with the market analysis. All right, so let's get right into it. How did the market play out in the last week? So we use Slack for communication with our members. I've already opened the links. I'm not going to waste a lot of time this week. I'm just going to show you a few charts. Last week, I showed you exactly how we focused this, and that these forecasts don't just come from the latest string that you see. They come from historical data analysis. That's how we get it right, not just for a day. We get it right months in, weeks in, days in, and days out. That's why we keep getting this right, because this is long-term analysis, and that's how we get it right, because of the long-term direction of the market. So I've already opened the charts for the last week, before and after. Let's have a look here at this. Yeah, I've already got these links open here. Let's go for it here. Right, so we'll start with US dollar JPY. They have shown US dollar JPY in the last week as well, exactly how we trade this expanding flat. This is a classic example of an expanding flat, which we showed to our members at the end of September, beginning of October. So for a whole month, we have got 1,000 pips on US dollar yen. So this is how it played out, simply from this one here. Got the setup here, and we're looking for this 1,000 pips. And this is how this one has played out. You have seen this one last week, and we have got this move already. That is 1,013 pips in just 1 month, one pair. That's the nice thing about the yen pairs. They trend quicker. They move quite faster than the others. Right, so if you can see here, this is the forecast that we're looking at least a pullback before continuation to the upside. This is still bullish, as you will see with the analysis going into the new week. We are still bullish the US dollar, or the DXY as well. So let's have a look at the rest of the yen pairs. So this is just an update on how the rest of the yen pairs have played out since around September, the end of September this year. So if you look at this one here, Euro Yen, we've shown this one last week as well. This is just to show the completion of that trade set up to the upside. Also 1,034 pips in just a single month, simply trading this three-wave structure here, and we get this 10,000, or rather 1,034 pips. Next one here is CHFJPY, another yen pair. Now check the difference here. We were trading all the yen pairs to the upside, but this one, this is just in the last week alone. We're looking for it to give us this three-wave structure and then give us a move to the downside. Where are we now with Chief Yen? Chief Yen has played out exactly as forecasted. It has made a move to above the channel here, the upper boundary of the channel, and has already made a move by 414 pips, exactly as forecasted. So we don't just chase the market. As you could see here, we were looking for it to come to us. So we were looking for it to come to us at the top, or rather the upper boundary of the channel, before dropping like this. And it has done exactly that by pushing to the upside where we wanted it. And this is now 450 15 pips later to the downside. EURCHF, another classic example of how understanding wave analysis and wave understanding sequences it helps you to trade. So this is a classic case again for anticipating the market. We wanted to see the market come to this level so that we can start looking for sell setups. We are only around this area, as you'll see just now when I show that chart. So we have reached that level where we wanted it to reverse 240 pips. Do we get a reversal? There are signs of reversal. We can see some divergence as well. We're getting an ending diagonal as well. So likely we can start seeing a move to the downside going into the new week. So we'll look at that as we start with the market analysis. Okay, right, let's get right into it. Let's start with the market analysis. How are we forecasting the market going into the new week? So let's have a look at that. Right, so not going to waste a lot of time. I'm just going to go high level onto the charts that are highly probable. So we are seeing that the DXY is still bullish in the long term, but short term we may see the DXY make a move here like this. So we are seeing here 1 2 3 1 2 3. Is this the another 1 2 3 here? Can we see the DXY push to this level, make a move back here, and make a continuation to the upside? There is a possibility for that structure, because that structure will be giving us this regular flag. But as you can see, it is still in the making. You cannot really trade this. What you want to trade is when the structure is complete. Then you can trade this ABC here, and then you'll have that complex B correction here in the middle, ABC, as you can see here. Then we'll look for this one to push to the upside. So for now, let's look at the building of this structure on the DXY. We may still see this one come a little bit low. So another alternative here, which will still be the same, is that this has made a move here, and we are going to see this one take the low here before pushing to the upside. Again, a trick here is that you only trade when this structure is complete to the upside. All right, so similarly, the euro, just the inverse of what the DXY is doing. If I'm just gonna remove this arrows there. So as you can see, the euro can also do the inverse of what we're expecting the DXY to do. Take the low, come back here, make a move to the upside before continuing to the downside. That would have made this structure as well, a complex B correction here, and a ABC corrective structure in the purple degree here, ABC, complex B correction, and the C wave there. And internally here, if I just try to use a different color, that would have been this structure here, and that would be ABC here. So as you can see, there are a number of ways that this can play out. Just like the DXY, this can also do this structure. So like I said, the trick is to be able to trade when this is complete, because then you can also have this one. Let's draw it cleanly. You can have this one as an A, as a B, and then as a C, and then we continue for one more down on euro US dollar. So let's wait for the structures to build around that area. Pound US dollar is also showing a bit of upside, so we're going to see pound US dollar continue to push to the upside to around this level. Will it take and do this, or will it just go straight, just like euro and the DXY? We're anticipating both scenarios. Whichever one plays first, we will confirm it before it plays out and be able to trade it. All right, so here, if we do get that structure, we'll be looking for this one to be giving us an AB regular flat here, and the C structure here, ABC, and then a move to the downside. So let's see if we're going to get to that level, or if it's just going to go straight here and give us a move. So either way, we are simply looking to trade this around the C area, because that will be the end of the corrective structure there. US dollar CAD, so US dollar CAD, similarly, we are looking for pullbacks, just pullbacks on the DXY 1 2 3, because long term our indicators are still showing us that we are still going to see more upsides. Possibility that this is a 1 2 3 1 2 3. If you look at this, this will be an expanding flat. If it's an expanding flat, we'll expect US dollar CAD to continue pushing to the upside. Last week I showed you exactly why we are looking for US dollar CAD to continue pushing to the upside. I showed you the long-term view on US dollar CAD. So just go look at last week's video and click on the US dollar CAD timestamp. You will see how we're focusing that, and that we've been focusing that same direction for years. Now, what is a bit different here on the US dollar pairs is, I'm going to go to the daily here, is how US dollar CHF is playing out. So you may be getting a structure like this on US dollar CHF. So we've already made a move here in 3 waves, a move up in 3 waves. Likely that you can either make an impulsive move here, coming down to this level to make a regular flat before you get another leg to the upside. I'm on the daily chart here, so it's not going to happen that quick. So let's have a look here at the structure. So let's have a look at this structure. Let's put in the labels there. So we can see the possibilities. So let me just remove this so we can see the possibilities of the structures that we can get here. If you look at this one here, you'll have this one as a running flat. It's a classic case of a running flat. Now, if that is a running flat, you could have this one as a three-wave structure. So let's have a look here. So you have here 1, 2, and a 3. And if you got that, you got a 1, 2, and a 3. And if we drop here with this level, with this impulse or three waves, whichever one it plays out, we are going to get another trade setup here to take this one up higher. Now, the thing is that what we need to do here now is to wait for confirmation to see what we are going to get around this level. Are we going to get confirmation of a drop? If we do, then that is quite a number of pips to the downside. We're waiting for the indicator to confirm that, because if we do get that move, it's about 633 pips a trade setup that we'll be looking at there on the US dollar CHF. But for now, we wait for that confirmation. Don't rush it. But you will see that we had a very strong divergence here as this was making a move to the upside. The RSI was not showing confirmation for that. You can see there that there was no way that that was going to push to the upside. And if we're going to drop here, we're going to wait for this one to give us an opportunity for continuation to the downside. So let's wait for that confirmation. So the rest of the pairs, Audi and New Zealand, looks like we are making these structures. Okay, so if you look at that structure, we may be getting that as a continuation pattern where we're going to look for that to complete that structure and look for it to continue to the downside. For now, let's see how far this will go to the upside, because that's what we're seeing in the short term. But long term, we're still expecting a move to the downside. Similarly, on New Zealand, you can see that we've got that structure running flat there. You can push there and continue to the downside. Will it be a continuation to the downside? We wait for that structure to complete to see what we're going to get there on Audi or the New Zealand US dollar. US dollar ZAR, so similar to US dollar CAD, similar structure. We're getting a pullback here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This can be an impulse, or it can be another 1, 2, 3 as well. So let's just draw this again. Make it bigger. So what is likely to happen here on US dollar ZAR is this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pulsing move to the downside, and then continuation to the upside. So for now, short-term downside on the US dollar pairs. We're getting a pullback on the DXY, so naturally you'd expect all the US dollar pairs to give you a pullback as well. All right, so US dollar SEK and US dollar PLN, similar. You would be expecting this one to give you a move to the downside. It's just confirmed that we're going to see a bit more downside to around this level. Okay, so that is US dollar SEK, US dollar yen. We've already talked about US dollar yen. Just expect a bit of a pullback, one more down before continuation to the upside. It is still bullish. Pound yen. So pound yen is also showing us a bullish move. We should see continuation to the upside, at least in the coming session, for a move to around this level. We should likely see 172 on pound yen. So we can also, so if you look at pound yen, it has gone up in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this the 5th wave? So if this is the 5th wave, we could get a deeper corrective structure before a move to the upside. So be patient with this one. Don't just come take it here. Not a clear setup there. You want it to give you a decent entry structure where you'll be able to place your stop loss. So we'll be looking for this one to give us confirmation here for a move to the upside. That is pound yen, euro yen. Right, euro yen as well. You will see that we may be getting a bit of a pullback as well here. 1, 2. Wait for it to come around this level. If we're going to make another move to the upside, that's going to be the structure. But for now, just wait for it to build up here for a corrective structure to the downside. CHF yen, you've already seen CHF yen. What we're expecting with CHF yen is a structure like this. You've got an impulse. This one is a classic case. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A move down and then a move to the upside. So you'll see here that we'll be looking for this one to give us an A, B, C corrective structure. Then we'll look for a continuation move to the upside. The same way we got this one here, we're expecting the similar structure, only that this one is going to be on a larger degree if we get a blue box area around this level for a move to the upside. Right, New Zealand yen. Similarly, New Zealand yen, we will see a move here, a bit of a move to the downside here. Let's see if we're going to get a confirmation for it to do this, because in the bigger structure on the New Zealand yen, we could be looking for a structure like this. Okay, let's just show the structure on the daily. So question is, have we made a running flat on New Zealand yen that we are going to get a continuation pattern here for more upside? So this is the decider. I'm going to go into the detail of this on the 4 hour. That is the decider whether this is going to play out as a continuation pattern, which is your regular flat, or is this not complete? Are we still going to see this one make one more move to the downside? Let's go to the 4 hour on that structure and see what confirmation we are getting there. Is there any signs of reversal there? Looks like we are building up a corrective structure here. Let's see what we're going to get with this. We can get something like that. If it's going to continue to the upside, we should see some sort of a corrective structure there, showing us, confirming for us that we're going to get one more leg to the upside. And then that will be playing that bigger regular flat in the daily. All right, AUD yen. We've got a strong impulsive move to the downside. This is only a pullback here. We should see this continue to the downside. All right, so that is AUD yen, CAD yen on that's the last one on the CAD and the yen pairs. They've all made these impulsive moves to the downside. So what we're going to be getting here in the week is just to see these reversals or pullbacks make a clear continuation pattern for more downside. But long term, these are still due for one more move to the upside. Now we know that when the yen pairs drop, gold is supposed to go up, and naturally we've seen this impulsive move to the upside on gold. We spoke about this move here on gold last week, that gold will break the low here and make a move to around this level, and we have indeed done that, broken the low here, and we're already on our way to the upside. Let's see if we're going to get back to around the 1700s or the 1730 areas before gold resumes its move to the downside. Right, silver will naturally also follow gold. Let's see here. So silver will also continue with this move here. So let's see silver coming back up to this level. We had a setup here on silver, expecting it to come and break the low here. We had this setup here on silver where we sold it here, expecting it to continue to the downside. So we've got that move so far. Will this be a pullback and continuation to the downside? Let's see how that plays out on silver. Platinum. So platinum, the three-wave structure that we are looking at here, does not look to be playing out. So we can see this one coming up around this level. Let's see what structure is going to build if it goes with gold to around this level. There's a likely bigger structure that could play out, but there's no more data. I'm not going to look at that one this week. Let's look at oil. Oil, very likely that it can give us a structure like this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and you can see this one continuing to the downside. Okay, I've shown a couple of weeks back. If we go scroll through our previous videos, you will see that oil, we have been forecasting it to continue to the downside, and there's a possibility of a bigger structure to the downside on oil. So this is an impulse. This is a three-wave move down. This looks like it's making another 3 waves. So if it makes a 3 waves to around this level, we can get this one making another 3 waves here. You can get a move here, and then we get that continuation to the downside. So the trick, again, like our other structures, is that we wait for this to give us a clear structure. The corrective structure must complete if we're going to sell it further. So for now, let's let it build, let's let it give us more data. All right, no difference between Brent crude oil and the West Texas oil structure. Right, so last week we spoke about the pound pairs having made reversals. Now we're still monitoring that, and I said do not chase them if you have not gotten them from around this level. If you're not getting them from around this level, there's a likelihood that these will give you an opportunity with a structure to trade it to the upside. So be patient here, wait for it to give you a clear entry structure. Don't have FOMO. If it's not giving you an opportunity, you let it go. Look at pound AUD, classic case of a 5-wave structure with one, let's draw it cleanly, with 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So naturally you will expect a deeper corrective structure. What we don't know is what kind of correction it's going to form. If it plays this one, so be it. But whichever corrective structure it can play out, we should be okay. We'll be able to trade it. So another possibility that is that this could spend so much, quite a bit of time here, making a regular flat before it actually goes. So be patient, wait for execution based on the strategy that you use. We use the indicator strategy together with the Elliott wave cycles to execute and confirm end of the move. So Pound Chief is still showing us upside. Also another classic example of a 5-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this showing us continuation to the upside, or we're going to get a pullback? Let's watch that out. But Chief is showing positive move to the upside. So we've got the same on all the pound pairs. Pound, New Zealand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we get from here? Likely that we get a corrective structure before continuation to the upside, and that will be the structure that we look to trade to the upside. Keep an eye, don't rush it, wait for it to give you a clear structure. Right, US dollar CAD, rather EURCAD, 3 waves down, 3 waves up. Likely that you get this one is 3 down, 3 up, and another 3 to the downside for another leg to the upside. So let's just wait for this one to get to this level. We will decide whether we're going to get that move to the upside or whether it continues to the downside. All right, so the euros a bit messy right now, but as you can see here, EURAUD is showing us a pullback. We should see this one starting to give us a move to the downside based on this bigger structure on the euro. Let me show you the daily here on the euro. So the daily on the euro is this structure. Will this structure play out? If it does, then we're playing a classic case of an expanding flat. So we just want to see confirmation here. I'm going to see another leg to the downside on the euro. Let's keep an eye. Chief here, or rather EURCHF has made a move up in 3 waves. You've seen this one during trade recaps. Will we get this one here to start making a move to the downside? Let's keep an eye. We just have to watch that and get more data on that one. No rush on that. I'm now on the daily charts, guys. So if you look at this one, euro pound, we've said the pound pairs have made a reversal. So naturally, euro pound, you'll expect this one to continue dropping to the downside. Just wait for confirmation in the lower degree. If you've got an execution strategy, you will know when that is ready to make a move to the downside. But what we're seeing here is a classic case of a 3-wave move here. So this is 1, 2, 3. We'll expect this to do that. Right, Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, are we building this bigger structure here on the 4-hour? This way we've got 3 down, 3 up, classic case of another 3 down, where we play this one as a regular flat, classic example of a regular flat. If this plays out, we'll be looking for this one to play out here. So that would be a WXY corrective structure, and look for a move to continue to push to the upside. Don't forget to check out our chart of the week. We had the Euro US dollar chart last week, has not really gone anywhere. So we'll still be monitoring that in the week as per the analysis that I've shown earlier on. Right now, AUD New Zealand, wait for this to give you a clear corrective structure for continuation move to the downside. So the move to the upside, long-term move to the upside on AUD New Zealand has ended. And if you look at AUD CAD, we're also just looking for it to give us a 3-wave pullback. All right. So those are the crosses. I'm not going to go into the details of the crosses. I'm just going to go to CADJPY, New Zealand Chief. You've seen this one during trade recap, I think. And then yeah, I've shown this one last week where we got the trade set up here on 1, 2, 3 on New Zealand Chief, and then we just dropped like that with this and with another opportunity here. So we just dropped with that move. So what is the next step here on our New Zealand Chief? Likely that we play out this 1, 2, 3, and then we drop. Okay, we'll wait for that confirmation. We might even send this one out as a chart of the week. All right, now let's look at the indices. Last week we've been looking at these to be 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2 possibility for this one to come around this level to give us another 3. Then we would have had a WXY corrective structure. So we're expecting the same on the Dow Jones Industrial and Dow Jones Transportation, as well as the NASDAQ. So let's have a look at the NASDAQ. Is similar, only that the NASDAQ is an ABC structure and not a WXY. So this will be an A B, and the C, we're looking for this one to be a C, so we'll expect this one to just push down like that. So if not, that B could have broken out there. This one becomes a 3 waves, pulls back around this level, then our B is around this level, and then we drop with a regular flat. Either we've got just a zigzag or a regular flat. Unfortunately, that's the only thing that you cannot know beforehand without experience. All right, so that is the NASDAQ, the Nikkei. Right, let's have a look at the Nikkei. So the Nikkei, I'm going to show this structure every week until it plays out. So we're still looking for the Nikkei to be playing out a WXY structure, an ABC structure. So naturally, we'd expect that this will do another 1, 2, 3 wave structures. And that's why it's not surprising to see this one making a move around this level. It will just be building up this structure. So if it gives up a move like that and gives us an entry here, that will be a nice opportunity to sell this one here to complete this WXY corrective structure on the Nikkei. We'll keep an eye on that one. Nifty, let's have a look at the Nifty. Nifty, we were looking for this one to drop last week, looking for this structure possibly, but it does not look like we're going to get that. That is not the structure that is playing out on the Nifty. So we may get the Nifty just playing out here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3, giving us an opportunity to trade this one further to the upside. And if that is the case, that simply means that the structure on the Nifty would have completed as follows. So we wait for this confirmation, we wait for that structure to build. We will know beforehand whether we are going to have to buy this to the upside or not. All right, so that's all on the Forex commodities and the indices pairs. Now let's have a look at cryptocurrencies. The burning issue here is when are we ever going to get the reversal on the cryptocurrencies? Is the reversal due? Are we still going to see more downside? I'm still seeing more downside on the cryptocurrencies. I've been last week we only showed these structures here right at the bottom that we are building up corrective structures. So we're still looking for this one to do this. We may see Bitcoin break the low here, make an impulse to the upside. Very likely that we go up here with an impulse, retest 25 to 26,000 and continue to the downside again. So that will mean that we're looking at this to be a regular flat with A, B, C corrective structure. This can drop here, take the low here before pushing to the upside. So that is the expectation across all the cryptocurrencies, that we break the low and make corrective structures that will take us down again. So we've got this one here. This is Ethereum, a move up here in impulse, 1, 2, 3 down. Likely we can drop here, make another impulsive move here, and drop. Okay, the way these pairs are playing out, it's very likely that this move that I'm indicating can be a quick one that plays out almost vertically like this. Let's do it with green. So we may have a green candle that plays out vertically like this. That's how the momentum is building up here. We can even have this one almost vertical here. Maybe a news event that just spikes it up. Remember, we also trade spikes. So even if it's a spikes that comes here, that fact is price has traded in that area and it would have been a move like that. So be careful with the cryptocurrencies. There's a very likelihood that as much as we expect that them to trade smoothly, but you may find that we may get a spike as the move here. It does not have to be a spike, whichever one we get. So we'll be looking for this one to also give us a 3-wave move here. This is Litecoin and then downside. So then that would have played out this WXY structure here in the green degree, WX and the Y. Are we going to get upside here on Litecoin? Let's see how that plays out. We'll be watching that. Lastly, Ripple. Ripple looks to be giving us a continuation pattern. We've got 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 3 waves down. Won't be surprising to see Ripple make one move to the upside before the drop, because it would have already made 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 there. Then this would be another 1, 2, 3. So we're looking for this one to be a WXY structure, and then we look for a drop. Okay, let's keep an eye on these. So the rest of the cryptocurrencies will be showing us a similar structure, just looking for them to complete the these structures at the bottom. so that we can see a continuation to the downside. You'll see here, Bitcoin Cash, 1, 2, 3 up, 1 regular flat here, so 2 and the 3. So I would not be surprised if there's a news event that spikes all the cryptos back to around these levels before continuation to the downside. So whether we continue to the downside or whether that's going to be the reversal doesn't matter, but the indicators are showing us that there's strong momentum that's building, that's going to give us a move to the upside eventually here on the cryptocurrencies. What we cannot confirm is whether those spikes are going to be confirming reversals or just a confirmation or completion of those corrective structures. All right, guys, if you like our content, please give us a thumbs up, drop your comments, then don't forget to hit that bell notification button so that you get an alert the next time we upload a video. Don't forget to check out our course and our chart of the week. Cheers, everybody. Trade responsibly. Bye-bye.